Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today's project is we're building a storage bed using a platform bed lift from platformbedlift.com. While this isn't a sponsored video, I will say that this is the second one that I've built, and I really like these kits. The kit is primarily the plans for construction, the lifting struts, and the mounting points for the lift kits. The wood and the piano hinge have to be purchased separately, but the instructions list in detail everything you need and all the cuts you need. I cut everything before I began assembling, with the exception of a few pieces that are actually identified in the kit that you really need to cut as you're going along. I'll stop yakking here and let you watch the process, with a few interjections at important parts, of course. For these top support beams that I'm installing now, the instructions show to use screws in this fashion. The purpose is just to hold the 2x4 steady while you complete the next few steps. You can pull them out once you've attached the hinge and the platform sections. The gap is necessary here so the 2x4 sections will open without bumping into the front or back of the bed. This kit uses a standard 4-foot piano hinge that is available at any of the big box stores. The kit says to start at one end and run the screws to the other end to prevent buckling. I have found that this lets the hinge drift as you go across, and then it's better to put a screw on each end so that it's completely straight, and then work from one side to the other. And as you get close to the other end, pull that initial screw out and then just keep going across until you get to the very end. Not only does that prevent buckling, but it keeps it from drifting as you go along. I'm going to slow this down for a real quick moment here. For this last section of the platform, I want to round over the corners. The last thing I want is a pointy edge to catch anyone's shin, especially mine. I literally just grabbed the first round thing I could find in the room and used that as a template to mark a round edge. Then I took it outside to cut it. The pieces I'm attaching here are the mounting points for the strut lifts. They are very well built and sturdy, and the extra chunk of plywood makes them really strong when you mount them on there. Here I am marking where the 2x4s are underneath the board to make it easier to screw the platform down to my supports. I'm also running a bead of glue on these to make them extra strong and to prevent any squeaking. The last thing you want on a bed is squeaking. Now we can pop the struts in place to hold the top, and we're good to go. It's ready to have a mattress on top of it. So here's the finished product. As you can see, we have a ton of storage space now. It's really awesome. Our only problem at this point is it looks like a crappy plywood box, so we need to pretty it up a little bit. And what we discovered here is that we can do a really cheap solution, and I mean really cheap, is we found these placemats at a local Goodwill. Believe it or not, they work really well. We folded them over and stapled these down along the edge of the plywood, and it adds a nice little clean finished look to the bed. You can really use anything you like. On the other bed we did the same thing but added some batting or fabric stuffing for a little extra padding, but decided it wasn't really all that necessary. So here's the finished look all the way around. Once you throw the mattress on it, you can't even tell. Then we took a regular bed skirting, cut the top out of it, and stapled that around the bottom, and it looks great. We also added a lock, since this is a vacation home, and we sometimes let friends and family stay, so we can keep our personal stuff locked up. Here is the finished product, and that lock actually connects behind the skirt, so you can't even see it's there once it's closed up. Thanks for watching, everyone.